Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are talking about the spring summer launch from Chanel for 2021. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm a makeup artist and esthetician, and I offer an online beauty consulting service. This is where you and I chat virtually one-on-one about your beauty concerns. Whether you're looking to have a one-on-one coaching service, like a walkthrough for your makeup application, or maybe you're just kind of confused and overwhelmed with the amount of products you have in your collection and you just want some clarity, you can have my unbiased opinion. So if you want to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. First step, let's just break down what's available for the spring collection. What exactly is the spring collection? The first thing that I got, and is the centerpiece of my video here, is the Fleurs de Printemps blush and highlighter duo. This is this beautiful little masterpiece here. It is this peachy, coral, pinky, wonderful little limited edition blush and highlighter duo here. And it has beautiful flower detailing. Now, if you live across the pond, if you live on the continent, if you live in Europe and I believe Asia, you also have access to two eyeshadow palettes for the spring collection. One is called Golden Meadow and the other one is called Bouquet Ombres. For whatever reason, these palettes are not and will not be available for North America. Don't ask me why, I have absolutely no idea. There's also a limited edition metal terracotta colored mascara. This is available everywhere. There are also a few Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme lipsticks. These are the bullet format. These are very matte, and these are both in the pink/red category. These are new but not limited edition. And then there are also 3 nail colors to choose from. There's one that's like a ballerina baby pink, and that light ballerina color is limited edition. There's also a metallic red, which is also limited edition, and then a third pinkish red, which is now part of the permanent collection. And of course, there are also the new Chanel Rouge Allure Laque, which I think is some sort of cross between a liquid lipstick gloss type of texture. It's a satin finish, but it has a staining effect as well. So essentially, it's just the eyeshadow palettes that are elusive on different continents. Everything else, the nail polish, lip products, mascaras, those are available worldwide. For some reason, it's just the eyeshadows. And there's also something else I want to mention. There's the new Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet Le Lion lipsticks. These are the classic Rouge Allure Velvet lip texture bullet. It's just the same thing except for the top logo is a lion because the namesake Coco Chanel was a Leo. That was her astrological sign. So these are just the regular Rouge Allure Velvet, but I did end up getting a lipstick just because I am extra like that. Now, something I want to talk about, the Rouge Allure Laque. So here in Canada, there are only 2 shades available at the moment. These are the colors that are included in the spring promotion. So we have number 77 called Dark Blossom and number 73 Invincible. These are the only colors available. There is nothing else. And what I find interesting is that when I made my purchase online, I received a sample, but I received a sample of the shade number 80 called Timeless. Now, for some reason, this is not available for sale. So I am just assuming and hoping that they will extend the Rouge Allure Laque line here in Canada, because the 2 colors that are available at the moment personally do not interest me. So normally when I do a video talking about a new collection, I will go ahead and create my first tutorial with whatever eyeshadow products that I pick up. But since there were no eyeshadow products for me to pick up and the terracotta colored mascara did not interest me, I just went ahead and used my Warm Memories palette. This is the spring summer palette from last year, so I just went ahead and created something with this today. So what I will do is I will go ahead and swatch and demo this beautiful Fleurs de Printemps duo right here, as well as the lip products that I mentioned beforehand. So this product here retails at 90 Canadian plus tax and is 8 grams of product. The description on the website is the following. The exclusive creation Fleurs de Printemps is a flagship product in the Spring-Summer 2021 collection and is embossed with the swirling flower petals, a highlighting powder duo with a luminous coral blush on one side and a satiny rosy peach highlighter on the other. Beneath a sensual and luxurious veil of sparkling shine, Chanel reveals the joyous, carefree woman. Okay, so I'm going to be joyous and carefree after application. So I did most of my makeup off camera since I don't have either of the eyeshadow palettes for the collection. I didn't really feel like doing my eyeshadow on camera. I have foundation and concealer on, but now I'm going to go ahead and dip into this beautiful palette here. I made sure to take lots of photos and videos before filming because it's always this conundrum of just admiring and appreciating a beautiful product before actually dipping in and swatching it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is described as a luminous coral color, and I think it's very accurate. Sometimes coral can mean very orange, but this is like a true peachy, kind of almost salmon coral. It's not too orange, it's not too pink, it's just that perfect flush in between. So here is a stark contrast with blush and without. I mean, without blush, I mean, there's no life whatsoever. And I have to say that this blends really nicely. You know, I've stated before multiple times that I have never encountered a Chanel blush that I don't love. And it's because there's something magical about their blush formulation. It's soft and subtle, but buildable. You know, sometimes a blush can be too subtle that you don't have anything on your cheeks, but this is just a really nice formula. Let's go ahead and even things out a bit. Okay, so now that I've evened out both sides, I'm just going into this little blush color here with the blending brush that I used for my makeup earlier. And I'm just going to place this in the crease here. Adding just a hint of the blush color to your eyeshadow just sort of marries all the colors together and melts them into one. It's not to add blush and to change the color of my eyeshadow. It's just to help bring it all in together. And now let's go into our satiny rosy peach highlighter. This highlighter here is so pretty. It's really subtle, but you can build it up. At first, I went in lightly just to see how intense it would be. And I have to say, this can either be a really luminous lit from within glow, or you can build it up to be a little bit more blinding, just depending on your taste here. I think if you wanted a really luminous, natural, easy blush, I would just go ahead and mix both of these. I would just tap into both a little bit and then apply it as a blush. And I think it would just give you a really nice luminous blush look. Because this highlighter is very natural. It's not a chunky glitter. It's not blinding to the stars. It's just a really nice glow. This blush highlighter duo is really natural and feminine and just really pretty. Okay, let's move on to the lips. So the first item I want to go ahead and swatch for you is the Rouge Allure Velvet number 227 Beige Rugissant. Let's go ahead and swatch. So again, this is Beige Rugissant. I think this is really lovely. I was looking for My Lips But Better in the Nudie collection, and this gives me warm, a little bit peachy nude lip. It gives a bit more color. It's not just like a flat nude. It's a little bit warm, which is nice. So the texture of the Rouge Allure Velvet is a classic bullet lipstick, but that's a bit more matte. That also means it's going to be a little bit more long wearing and slightly more drying than, say, the regular Rouge Allure or the Rouge Coco. Even though this is technically a velvet, which is supposed to be a bit more matte, you still get a bit of shine and comfort with this lipstick here. It's a really lovely color. I'm really happy that I got it, but remember, this is just the regular Rouge Allure Velvet. There are in fact a couple of colors in the Le Lion collection that are just re-promotions. The one that I can think of off the top of my head is one called Rouge Vie. I have that one in the permanent collection, so I didn't get the Le Lion, collectible with the lion head logo on top. And I also have Rouge Feu, which is this like really bright orangey red. But there are in fact several colors to choose from. There are a couple nudie Your Lips But Better. There are some bright orangey reds. There are some darker plummy reds. There's some classic reds. There's really a color for everyone. I like this. I bought something similar last spring with the Rouge Allure Camellia lipsticks. It was really the same principle, the classic bullet, but on top there was a Camellia logo. I bought a couple shades. I'm very happy with my purchase. It just depends on whether or not you really love the new colors that are available, or if it's the packaging with the special logo, because I just noticed that the Le Lion Rouge Allure Velvet, these are $2 more than the regular Rouge Allure Velvet. These are 50 Canadian each plus tax, whereas the regular one is 48. So just keep that in mind. I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick swatch comparison of this Le Lion Beige Rugissant lipstick to one of my all-time absolute favorite lipsticks from Chanel. This is the Rouge Coco Flash number 82 Live or Live. I don't think that these are very close, but I don't have that many nudie lipsticks that I want to compare to, and I want to give you some sort of swatch comparison. Okay, so I really love this lipstick. I think it's beautiful. I also think it works really well with the entire look that I have here. I will go ahead and just swatch this sample here. This is a Rouge Allure Laque, and this is number 80 Timeless. This looks like a really dark pink red. Let's go ahead and try this on here. Okay, so this is number 80 Timeless. It gives me a little bit of a raspberry slash berry color. It's a really lovely shade. I think it goes well with the entire spring theme here. The texture of this is really not what I expected. So many moons ago, Chanel had these Rouge Allure, I want to say lacquer glosses. They were similar in style where you could just click up here and pull out a wand, and it was this thick gloss that I thought was like a lip lacquer because it just stayed in place. It's definitely different than the Rouge Coco glosses. It's a whole different story. I used to have several of them and they just kind of went bad, so I threw them out, but I wish I had kept them because I could compare them to what I'm wearing today. I was hoping that these new Rouge Allure Laque would be like the old formula, this like thick, sticky gloss that stained your lips and stayed in place. This doesn't really feel like it. This feels like a liquid lipstick. So as I'm talking, the formula is drying down. At first, when you apply it, it does feel a bit like a gloss. Like you can see the product moving around, but it also really stains the lips at the same time. My lips do feel a little bit sticky. It kind of reminds me of when you have a liquid lipstick on and it takes a few minutes for it to settle down and dry down a bit. That's what this makes me think of. And as I was applying it, I think I made the mistake by scooping out maybe a lot more product than I could have. I think you definitely have the opportunity to shear these out and make them very opaque, or build them up and make it this dark. I like this color. I think it's really beautiful and really fun. It's just not the texture that I was expecting. I really was expecting a sticky gloss like we had seen in the past. So I like this color, but I'm not exactly like wowed. So going back to the Fleurs de Printemps duo here, I want to do a swatch here of one of my older Chanel highlighters. This is the Metal Peach highlighter that came out a few years ago. I just want to see if this looks close to the highlighter. And Metal Peach is on top, whereas Fleurs de Printemps is on the bottom. Now, Fleurs de Printemps looks more peachy and more coral. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little blush comparison with the blush in the compact here. I have the Chanel Joue Contraste in Malice. I just want to see what this looks like compared to it. And then I also have the blush called Reflex. These all kind of live in the same sort of area of blush. So Fleurs de Printemps is on top, followed by Malice and then Reflex. I would say that Malice is possibly the closest one, but again, it's sort of in the same vein but different. I think Fleurs de Printemps is more matte and satiny, whereas Malice has a more luminous finish. They're kind of close, but also not at all. It's just to help you at home if you have any of these blushes, you can kind of see how these look compared to each other. Alright guys, this is about it for today's video. Definitely a different seasonal collection that I'm used to doing. Usually when I do these videos, I do like several different tutorials with the same new eyeshadow palette, but I guess this season is not like the other ones. So yeah, but the blush highlighter duo I really love. I think it's really nice. And I really love the Rouge Allure Velvet Le Lion lipstick. I think it's really nice. And I also like this color here. I'm still like, I mean, at the moment, this color is not available for sale anyway. So we'll see on this. I'm kind of on the fence about these lip lacquers here. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the spring release? Where do you live? What did you get? What did you order or pre-order? Let us know in the comments. I hope all of you have a beautiful day. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.